Dividends are very popular among investors, especially those who want a steady stream of income from their investments. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to build a monthly paying dividend portfolio, and we're also going to look at the stocks that I'm holding that generates monthly income that I reinvest to grow my portfolio. Hi, my name is Ron, and welcome to Pinoy Stock Investors, where we help our kababayan start their investing journey. Before we build our monthly paying dividend portfolio, we want to learn the important pointers related to dividend. Most importantly, we want to learn if the company is able to sustain and grow their dividends, and when a dividend-paying company pays its dividend. Let's start with the declaration date. This is when the board of directors of a company announces a dividend. For example, last February 1st, 2022, Pepsi declared that they will be paying dividends. In this example, February 1st, 2022 is the declaration date. Next is the ex-dividend date. This is the trading date on which the dividend is not owed to any new buyer of the stock. So what does it mean? Based on our definition, all of the Pepsi shares that will be bought starting March 2nd, 2022 will not receive any dividends from the February 1st declaration. We also need to discuss the record date. This is the date on which the company checks its record to identify shareholders of the company. An investor must be listed on that date to be eligible for a dividend payout. After the record date, the most anticipated date for dividend growth investors like me is the payment date. Payment date is when the company sends its dividend to all shareholders of the company. This is when we get paid for being a shareholders of a company. Now that we know the important dates for dividend growth investors, let's talk about the top companies that have been paying their dividends for years. These companies are what we call dividend kings and dividend aristocrats. Dividend kings are publicly traded companies that have been increasing their dividends for 50 long years. Just 50 years, no biggie. I've listed 3 dividend kings from my portfolio, and we'll talk about them later in the video. Compared to dividend kings, dividend aristocrats have 3 requirements. First is they should be part of S&P 500. Second, they should have at least paid and increased their dividend in the last 25 years. Third is that they should meet a certain minimum size and liquidity requirements. So how are we going to start building our monthly paying dividend portfolio? Before everything else, this is not a financial advice. Please do your own research and consult your own financial advisor before investing your money. First, we have to create a list of companies and study them. These companies should have consistent growing revenue, consistent positive cash flow, and consistent dividend growth.
Wow! That's a lot of consistency.
Companies with consistently growing revenue will be able to continue serving their products and providing their services to the customers, giving the business consistent profit and available operating cash. Giving the company consistent positive cash flow to cover its bills, resulting to less debt, increasing the safety of the dividends. Of course, for us dividend growth investors, one big factor in selecting a company is its dividend growth. If a company consistently increases its dividend, that means that we kababayan investors will receive a higher return from our investment. Like what we discussed earlier, blue chip companies have increased their dividends for at least 50 years. And on my dividend portfolio, I own 3 dividend kings. These are Target, Johnson & Johnson, and Coca-Cola. I also own 2 dividend aristocrats, AbbVie and Pepsi. So how much is the monthly income of my dividend portfolio? Since we are still early in the year 2022, we're going to use the 2021 monthly dividend income of my portfolio. Looking over my 2021 dividend income, my lowest dividend was January at $20.06. My highest dividend is $82.65 last December. If we add them all together, my total passive income is $555.23.
Yes!
I reinvested the dividend back into my portfolio and consistently invested additional funds on my portfolio every day. If we look at my January 2022 dividends, which is $38.87 compared to January 2021, you can see that reinvesting the dividends and regularly increasing my position increased my January dividends by about 88%. So let's dive into some of the companies that contributed to my passive income. These are Coca-Cola, Pepsi, AbbVie, Realty Income, American Express, and Stag Industrial. In this calendar, you can see that every month I will receive dividends from 1 or 2 of these companies. In the case of Realty Income and Stag Industrial, they actually pay their dividends on a monthly schedule. To build a portfolio that will pay us monthly dividends, here are some steps that I do. Again, these are not financial advice. If you look at their revenue for the past 10 years, you can see that these companies have been increasing their revenue year after year. Let's look at Coca-Cola's cash flow for 2021. Their cash from operations is more than $12.6 billion. Looking at their investing activities, they have invested about $1 billion. Under the cash from financing section, you can see that they have paid $7.2 billion in dividends to their shareholders. Now, if we look at Coca-Cola's dividend growth, we can see that they have been increasing their dividends consistently year after year for the past 10 years. Keep in mind that these are not the only steps that I do when I'm picking stocks. However, this should point you to a direction to start building your own monthly paying portfolio. So what's our takeaway from this? First, make sure to invest in a company that has the fundamentals to support consistent growth and has consistently increased its dividends. Second, contrary to what we're talking about today, dividend schedule is not really that important when investing. Third, reinvesting your dividends will multiply the growth of your investment, making your assets produce more cash flow and snowball your growth to success. So kababayan, do you think monthly dividend is a yay or a nay? Let me know in the comments. I did make a video on how to multiply your income by investing. Feel free to give it a go. If you get value in this video, hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel to get updates on my future videos. It's free and it will definitely help my channel. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I hope you guys like this video and see you in the next one. Peace!